This has been my long-standing theory. Every football fan's favorite thing in the world is to watch frigid cold games. If I can channel my inner Tom Skilling, it is going to be freezing in Chicago when the Browns and Bears play this weekend. We got 10-degree temperatures, 15 to 20-mile-an-hour winds. It's going to feel like -5 in this game. And it has long been my theory that fans like me love to sit in their nice, warm, cozy surroundings and try and understand what it must be like to play in these games. So I had you guys pick out the coldest game you ever played in. Bart, I'll start with you. January 3rd, 2010, Jets against the Bengals. We have highlights.
Yeah, this was a tough game, man. We had to win this game to get in the playoffs. They set a lot of their players. Those rubber pellets, when it's that cold, freezes, and it's like falling on gravel. You get up and you see your skin is white, and you just wait for it to start bleeding, but it's too damn cold to bleed.
Why are you not wearing sleeves? You're one of these no-sleeves guys?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. LBG, baby. Listen, it's cold no matter what you put on, you know what I'm saying? And what's the beauty of cold games? When the shoulder pads stiffen up, you use them as weapons. You bounce people's head off the damn turf.
And J-Mac and Harry actually played you were teammates on the same game on the same day, December 18th, 2016. How cold was it?
Oh, it was freezing. So free. On this play early in the game, look at me get foul drive on the sideline. That was my last snap. 18. You see, I'm right there like, why the hell am I out here right now?
What did you have to jump?
I had another game out here. It was so cold. Kerry Collins threw a pass, threw it out of bounds. It hit Will Hayes on the head. He had a concussion, did not return to the game.
Okay.
That's how damn cold it is.
And then Harry, how about,
Well, I'll tell you, for me, I dropped every single pass in Walmart, and I literally, it was the only game of my career where I said, I don't want Marcus Mariota to throw me one damn pass. I wanted to go in and block only. I didn't want one football to come to me. I dropped every last one of them in warm-up screening. I ain't want no business of that. It was negative 19 degrees with the wind chill. Negative 19.
No sleeves, though. You thugged it
sleeves.
out. You thugged it out, though, Doogie.
I had 3 sleeves.
you were actually on the field for one of the coldest games in NFL history.
Vikings versus Seahawks, outdoor playoff game in the college stadium. And I was 7 layers. Bud Carson comes out, 90 years old. Bud Grant, 90 years old. I'm sitting there being and I'm like, oh, I am a total wuss.
Yeah.
Like, Bud Grant comes out sleeve with the short sleeves. I'm wearing 20 layers. Like, it's so cold, it's so cold. Bud Grant comes out 90 with no sleeves, and I'm like, all right, this guy's the man.
That was the game that ended on a missed kick, right?
Blair Walsh
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
The Blair Walsh game. It was great.
Greedy, we had a receiver that ran an in cut and dropped it right, and I ain't gonna name his name. He came to the sideline. He said, dang, OG, man, I don't know what happened. I said, I know what happened. Boy, it's negative 19. You ain't feel that.
Everybody, well, I'm not going to say what I said.
How much does it so now we have this game, Bears, Browns, important for both sides, right? Very important for the Bears, obviously, because they're still trying to win the division. They get Green Bay next week. Very important for the Browns because Shedeur Sanders gets his opportunity to play. How do you think the cold impacts the game itself from both sides?
Well, they both live in cold areas, so it's no advantage like Miami or Tampa coming up to the north. But, it's about who prepares for it the best. It's about how you wear your cleats. It's about understanding what gloves to wear. It's about how you make sure that, you deal with the elements. When you talk about being a receiver, the ball bounces off your shoulder pad, so you can't try and catch the ball with your body, but you want to catch the ball with the body because every time you try and catch a ball, your hand burns for 15 minutes. So it's important, but this is going to be a fascinating game. Shedeur Sanders has an opportunity to get another opportunity to show us that he can beat a real champion, not some Tennessee Titans or the Raiders.
Yeah.
This is his opportunity to prove that he can be the franchise quarterback for this organization.
Yeah, I mean, some people are calling it the most important stretch that we've seen in Cleveland in a long time because they've been really bad. But there isn't any obvious reason. Look, I am a Shedeur Sanders fan, if only because I think that the narrative on him has been so completely unfair and disproportionate to whatever has happened. But there's no indication that I have seen from the minute they drafted him that the Browns are actually have any belief that he is their future quarterback.
He was the AFC Rookie of the Week last week, and we celebrated it here. Everyone celebrated everywhere, but you don't get the feeling that the Browns organization is putting a banner up anytime soon. Now, granted, Jimmy Haslam and Deion Sanders appear to be embracing when we see the footage there. That's the owner and the father of the quarterback. But other than that, vocally from the head coach to the offensive coordinator, it's not over-the-top praise for Shedeur. It's let's get through this next week and see. So I don't get the feeling that the Browns are necessarily as over the moon with Shedeur's performance as we are here on these shows.
So I'm rooting for him. We'll see. But obviously my heart is with the Bears in this game. And where is my head? Where is my wallet? as we consider betting this game?
I like Cleveland plus the 7.5. You show all these highlights from these cold weather games. You ever see shootouts in these cold weather games? Not really. Total here's 38.5. So that 7.5 becomes infinitely more valuable in a lower scoring game. Cleveland's offensive line is a problem, but what's being lost in this is the spot for the Bears. You're off the Packer loss. You have the Packers on deck. Wedged in between is this non-conference game against a team that doesn't win very often. You could get caught sleeping here. Last 10 games off a Green Bay game for Chicago, they're 1-8-1 against the spread. They don't play well the week after the Packers.
Wow. I just have a feeling about Ben Johnson. We see this up here. I liked how aggravated he was after a win against Philadelphia. My gut says he's going to have them ready to play. Yeah. And not only that, but what do they want to do? They want to run the ball in the cold, running the ball. So maybe the 7.5 is a nice pick, but I like the Bears to win this game. Potentially a Super Bowl preview, Peter called it earlier, of it all. Yeah. Harry Douglas, Joe Thomas, the legendary Cleveland Brown, said he thinks this little stretch here are the most important 4 games the Browns have played in a very long time because they will see what they have in the quarterback. What do you think of that statement?
And I like it, and I definitely think it's the most important for Shedeur Sanders. You look at the 4 opponents that they have, and 3 of them currently right now are in a slot to make the playoffs. When you look at the Chicago Bears, the Buffalo Bills, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, but a guy as Shedeur Sanders who has given everyone on this roster hope. And J-Mac, when you have a quarterback that can go out there and throw the football downfield and throw for over 300 yards and have touchdown passes, something that you are foreign to seeing this entire season, it gives you a sense of hope that you guys have a chance every single time that you step out there on that football field because the quarterback can get it to the receivers, the tight ends. But I think in this matchup, he's going to need that run game with Quinshon Judkins to be an assistance to him because it's going to be so cold.
So Joe Thomas is excited for it, and candidly, I'm excited for it. But Peter, you don't think that what is it you're going to tell us about this Browns situation?
I'm a realist. I think we watched Shedeur, and he was the offensive rookie of the week, and we're doing flips and saying he's the guy. But I have had no indication from anyone in Cleveland or publicly from the Cleveland front office or coaching staff that they believe Shedeur is the guy. So yes, these games matter, and it's good for Shedeur. But I don't know if Shedeur lights it up if he's necessarily going into the offseason as the firm number 1 in Cleveland. And guess what? That's okay, because I believe there would be a massive trade market for a guy on a 5th-round salary and someone who has actually shown in NFL games that he can be the best player on the field, which he was last week.
So maybe this is actually an audition for Shedeur for 20 other teams in the National Football League who need a quarterback.
Listen, Shedeur was a 5th-round draft pick. I was a 6th-rounder. When you're a late-round guy, the truth of the matter is you don't know when your opportunity is going to come to prove that you belong in the NFL. Shedeur's opportunity came in year 1, and it's happening right now. In these last 4 games, to your point, the teams that they're playing against, if he can go out there and put up a good performance in the offseason, there isn't a ton of free agent quarterbacks. Daniel Jones just tore his Achilles. Don't know when he's going to be back. Shedeur could put his name at the top of the list for a team that can possibly make a trade, to Schraig's point, to get him over there to come compete. Because nothing has told us that the Cleveland Browns, to everything we're saying that Joe Thomas said, do the Cleveland Browns, does Andrew Barry, does Shannon
every move they have made from the second they drafted him suggests that they don't have any interest in him being their
number 1, Greeny, I don't trust them making the best decision for the quarterback position, period. And this goes all the way back to Bernie Kosar, and all those guys. Look at Baker Mayfield right now with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They gave up on him. They started Joe Flacco this year. They ended up trading him. Dylan Gabriel, they're allowed to be the quarterback. Now you're on Shedeur. It's quarterback after quarterback after quarterback in Cleveland, so I don't trust them to make the right decision.
I mean, I had a front row seat for that for 7 years in the carousel that they had, but like, as an undrafted free agent, you're a 6th-round draft pick. Perception is reality. Sometimes it's hard to get rid of that scarlet letter of how people perceive you coming in. They might say, this is nice, but he can't be a franchise quarterback. And it's going to be hard. They're going to be hard pressed if they have a high pick to pass by Mendoza and to also to pass by Moore, because Stefanski's never picked his own quarterback. I think Deshaun Watson was forced on him. So this is opportunity. If you believe in the coach, 2-time coach of the year, he's going to have an opportunity to maybe pick his franchise quarterback. It's going to be hard pressed. So I think, and if you ask Shedeur, the reason why he told Baltimore not to pick him because he wanted to be a starter. So if they draft the 1st-round draft pick, I think it's going to facilitate and put the wheels in motion
to
get the trade.
The coach, a guy like Stefanski, who's coach of the year and has been such a treasured offensive mind, he's going to have a large say. Kyle Shanahan laid on the line and was like, Brock Purdy's our guy. Bill Belichick laid on the line, Tom Brady's our guy. Yeah. If Stefanski's not the one saying, Shedeur's my guy, they're going to open that up and they're going to discuss at the end of the season, okay, what do we have to do at quarterback? He's not going to win anything in print in these next 4 weeks.
You got to be full bloom love for Shedeur to pass by two prospects and the ability to have control for 5 years.
If indeed they wind up in that spot. I mean, if they win a game or two, that's going to cease to be.
That's not anti-Shedeur. That's just the Browns.
The Giants have messed it up. The Giants going to win their last.
I mean, what would it cost in a trade if the Jets could get Shedeur Sanders for 4th round?
But they should have drafted him in the
Well, no, here's a question though. If the Jets don't have the first pick and they say
give him a third, right? Third, you do it.
Hell yes. That's a way better option than anything else that they're looking at right now. I mean, I think a lot of teams.
It would be a market for him.
There will be a market for him. So we'll see. I hope that he plays well this weekend. We'll see. We'll dive into the weather and the rest of this game as we.